challenges that you're going to face in this creative field. It's very competitive. So just don't compare yourself. Just do what you can and go on doing it, practicing it. Do it every day or do it as often as you could.
The glitz and glam is the fame, but it's the work backstage that makes the game. I'm Crystel and O'Donnell, your host. Come with me behind the lens and watch their stories unfold. Our next guest for today is one of the most creative people that I know. She has worked with me in many photo shoots. I know her as a photographer, but many others have known her as a fashion designer. And I'm really excited to see if she has explored any other career paths in the creative industry. So please welcome with me to the show, Marissa O'Donnell. Creative as a child? Because I know you as a photographer, but you also started showcasing your fashion designs earlier this year. Were you always creative?
I think when I was small, I used to see my father drawing, so I think he's influenced me to be creative. And then when I was young, I think he got fed up drawing for me. So just do it yourself. So I started drawing.
So he was the one who pushed you towards the creative direction?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. How about your mom? Was she also a creative person?
No, she can't even draw pots, she said.
So what made you improve your skills?
I think what happened was when I was young, I entered this TV competition for children, for kids, and you put in your drawings, and then they got my drawings in and displayed it on television, and I got a prize for it. So I think that has influenced me to do more artwork.
What did you like about it?
Well, I like that they like my artwork, and then other kids were also liking my artwork. So I said, oh, that's fun.
Did you ever think that could be something you could do forever?
No, not really. But when I got to college, I thought of becoming a nurse, a detective, an architect, but they all have like math subjects on them. So I thought, oh, I don't think that's for me. So I said I'll just do arts.
Yeah. You don't like doing any of maths?
No, I'm not good with numbers.
But you really love being able to push yourself creatively.
That's right, yeah. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, when it came to architecture, was it just the maths that stopped you from doing it?
Basically. It's like you have to be precise with the numbers and calculations, otherwise the building might fall or something.
Because you have to send it through to the construction workers.
That's right.
When you're improving your skills in arts, was there anyone teaching you? Because you said that your father pushed you to learn.
I eventually took graphic design at the university. So I took up fine arts major in advertising.
How did you like that? How was it doing the course?
That's good. At that time it was in demand, so I said, okay, I'll pursue that course.
Would you think that it's still in demand now?
I think so. But it's more technical now, and they require a lot of things for graphic designers. You know, you have to be like, you have to know web design and all this technical stuff, whereas before you just need to be creative.
So before, when you were doing graphic design, was it all just done on paper?
Yes, we did cut and paste, you know, everything by hand, drawn by hand.
Whoa.
Yes.
That takes a lot of patience.
That's right, yeah.
It would take longer.
Yeah, even the final artwork, you had to do it with your hand.
Yeah. What pushed you to do graphic designing instead of just, let's say, drawing?
Well, at least graphic design, you're paid commercially. A lot of businesses would require a graphic designer to advertise the products for the company. So at the same time, you're doing artwork, and at the same time, it's like commercial. So you get paid for it. Whereas drawing or painting is probably, a lot of people do buy paintings, but it's the graphic design or commercial one was more profitable in a sense, because sometimes it's hard to sell a painting unless you're with an agent or a gallery or something. You constantly have exhibits, then you have an outlet for your painting.
Yeah. When you were doing graphic designing, were you doing anything else career-wise in the creative arts?
No, I concentrated on graphic design.
Graphic designing?
Yeah.
Was there any other career paths you did? Like when you showcase a fashion collection.
Yes.
Did you do anything related to fashion?
That was part of our course in the graphic design. Was,
really?
A bit of fashion design and costume design. And then after that, I also taught in the university, and one of the subjects was graphic design. But it's different. It's different there in the Philippines than here, because there you can just design and let cutters and sewers do the execution for you. Whereas here, you have to do all the cutting and sewing yourself. So I think I think that's better if you know how to sew. Yeah. And cut it yourself.
When you're in the Philippines and teaching people fashion design and graphic designing, what was, let's say, probably one of the most important lessons that you were giving them?
Just do your work and do it well. Explore.
Yeah.
You know, this is like an expression of yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of expression, when you were little, were you always just focused on abstract, or were you exploring different kinds of art? What was it like?
I was just exploring, I think, anything that I see.
Do you suggest that for everyone, or do you?
Yeah. You just appreciate things you see and try to make use of them.
Why do you think that's important?
Oh, well, because if you create, then you make something out of nothing.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's always, well, when you're creating something, it's able to make something beautiful out of something that everyone.
Even you can make something out of rubbish or recycled materials.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fashion collection.
That's correct. Yes.
I think. Speaking of it, what was your favorite? Which the fashion collection that you showcased?
I think I like all of them, but I like the one with the toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
And then the one with yellow pages.
Yeah.
And toilet paper because it was sort of like there was a time in our lockdown where there's like demand of toilet paper and there's nothing in the shops.
Yeah. So how did you get the toilet paper?
Well, luckily I did the toilet paper just before the lockdown and before before the toilet paper ran out.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're able to bring your ideas to life. I'm pretty sure when people saw that toilet paper dress come out, I think Talia was a model.
Yeah, that's
who
correct.
wore it.
Yes.
And she was like, her friends and family are creating jokes out of it, saying she stole all the toilet paper.
That's right.
And also, one of my favorites was definitely the yellow pages.
Yes.
It looks like a royal gown.
Yeah, because I used to keep the directory pages, and then I thought, what can I do with this?
Yeah,
because
you can't use it
every time
anymore.
it just lands on your doorstep, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays they have an option. You ring them up and tell them not to deliver
Really?
phone directories now. But sometimes even if you tell them, you still see them on your front door. So I said, maybe I can use this for something.
Yeah, how many yellow pages, like books,
I
did
think
that take? Was it one
this
whole?
thick.
One whole book
Yes.
of yellow pages?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how long did that take?
Quite a while, because I was just doing it like during my free time when I'm watching TV or something.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, how long were you teaching graphic designing and fashion?
Overall, I was teaching like for so many years, maybe 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah, throughout the time you were teaching, was there like any massive changes?
Yes, there are changes. Nowadays, there's really a big change because everything now is digital, computer, graphics,
Would
web.
you say it makes it easier? And
I think so, because before you have to do it by hand, lettering by hand, slowly, or
Yeah.
pasting it one by one.
fonts.
Yes,
Because-
yeah, you have to do fonts and lettering and calligraphy and all
You have
that.
to be really precise as well.
Yes, it has to be straight.
So, if you were to look back at all of your career paths that you did in the creative industry, is there any that you wanted to do but weren't able to?
I took up drama at one stage.
Oh, really? How
Yes.
was that?
But my parents were quite strict, so they said, "You're coming home late," things like that. "Oh, you're gonna embrace someone else," or something. So they didn't approve of it, me doing that, as being an actor or something.
Yeah.
But I could have been behind the stage.
Oh, you could be on stage right now with the red carpet, and you'll be a Hollywood star. So, was that in the Philippines?
Yes.
Yes.
I just took up workshops and things like that. But
Did you enjoy it?
yes, it was enjoyable.
Would you have wanted to do more of it?
Probably, but I don't know whether not here maybe.
Yeah, well, acting is definitely different, I guess, when you're going home, because it requires a lot of practice.
Yes.
Right?
Everything needs a lot of practice.
Yeah, I think it's also because when you're acting, you're like retaking scenes,
Yes.
memorizing lines. How was it memorizing lines? Was that easy for you?
No.
But you like to act.
Yeah, I
And
just
you're
like
able
it
to-
becomes comedy act. I think the drama becomes comedy.
That's good. You had a lot of fun with it. What were some of the similarities that you found, like, between all of the different creative areas that you're able to do?
I think you just need to have passion for it, and then try and explore and do your best at doing it. I think those are the things that in all creative areas. Just continuous exploring, learning.
Yeah. If you were to look back on it, is there anything that you would change or do differently?
Probably be a bit more serious with the acting.
It seems like you really wanted to do acting. I think we need to go in a time machine and put you into an acting.
No. I'll probably be a comedian or something.
That's good. It keeps you young.
Yes.
Laughing all the time and smiling all the time keeps you young. And what would probably be the most important lesson that you learned throughout your whole creative arts career in anything?
Just do your best, explore, and don't give up. because there are challenges that you're going to face in this creative field. It's very competitive. So just don't compare yourself. Just do what you can and go on doing it, practicing it. Do it every day, or do it as often as you could. I think.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you love everything that you've been able to explore?
Well, not all of them. Of course, there are things that's like, I could have done that better, or,
Yeah, but looking back on it, you're proud of everything that you've been able to explore. Because I know you as a photographer.
Yes.
That was the first role I was able to meet you as.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you come out with a fashion collection.
Yes.
And now you're telling me that you were also teaching fashion.
Yes.
And graphic design.
Yes.
And you were also doing acting.
Yes, a little bit only.
A little bit of acting. And just earlier, you have a piano here in your home.
Yes.
You know a little bit of piano.
Yeah, a little bit. Only a little bit.
What else do I not know about you? What else have you done in the creative arts industry?
I paint. I do a little bit of painting every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my son's been encouraging, do more painting. But I said, where will I store it?
Put it in the gallery.
And it takes a longer time to finish a painting, so I don't want to part with my paintings.
You've just done so much in the industry. You just love it so much.
Yeah,
right?
I've been doing it for years, so.
Yeah, it's essentially since you were a little girl.
Yes.
You've been doing any kinds of art that you wanted
that's right.
to explore.
That's right.
That's so good. That's something that my mom definitely wanted me to explore as well. Have you ever thought of like writing books or anything like that? That sort of creative?
I want to write. That's another thing. I want to be a writer, but then my son said, you've got to be a reader, a wide reader to be a book writer or something, or because you need a lot of words to put together.
Yeah.
And you have to be creative with your words.
What would you want to write about?
I think if I were to write, I think something for film, or.
Would you want to be the actress?
No, not really. Not at this stage.
So would it be kind of like, would you ever write a book about everything that you've learned? Because you've been able
Probably, yeah.
Do you teach at all?
No, I don't teach.
Not anymore?
I used to teach, but not anymore.
How come?
Well, it's different here in Australia because students are more vocal.
Yeah.
Whereas they're in the Philippines, I think they just do what you tell them. But where here, they're more vocal.
What are some other things that you plan to do in the future?
Plan to do in the future? Just explore, continue growing. Whatever comes, I might stumble into something exciting, or
That's good. Well, it sounds like you've had a really great career, and you're still continuing because you've been able to publish lots of magazines.
That's right. Yeah.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
And it seems like you are one of those people who knew your passion from the start.
Yeah.
Since you were little, and nothing stopped you from there.
Yeah.
Was everyone in your family always supportive of you doing creative art?
Yeah.
You never faced any struggles from support from your family and friends?
No, they've been supportive. Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with getting that kind of support. What would your advice be for them?
Well, as a parent, just let your children do what they feel like doing, with a bit of guidance. You just don't tell them, do this. Just let them decide on their own and find the path that they want to go to, because eventually they'll find it. Rather than do this, take this up, and then they end up hating the course.
Oh yeah.
What
would you think some of the reasons why parents tell their kids to do something that the kid doesn't want to do?
Or because probably the parents think that that course is going to be better for them as they grow old, or they find a career, or they find work, so they think it's better for them. So they push them towards that area.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm sure that anyone else who is looking at doing creative or exploring a career in the creative industry, or any career path that maybe they don't have that much support in, if it's your passion, your advice is to just go for it.
Yes.
Keep practicing.
Yes.
Better yourself.
That's
well,
correct.
You are the perfect role model for that, because clearly you've been able to discover your passion and nothing hindered you from it.
Yes.
Except a little bit of acting.
Yes.
But
probably I can still do it.
But that's okay, because overall in your career, it seems like it's been a very fulfilling and exciting and thrilling to be able to express yourself, especially in creative arts. When you're doing creative arts, you just need to let everything just flow.
That's right.
And follow wherever your mind finds interest. Or even some of the card work that you're doing is find something in your home and do something with it. It's creating something out of nothing.